Hi Tera fans, this is Tera Solo Gamer. I don't usually do videos for patch notes or special announcements. I'll throw things in there for events or whatever, but that's about it normally. But we got so much going on right now, and these latest patch notes have some significant changes. I did want to go ahead and cover some of this stuff, and the first thing I'm actually going to mention, which we'll also get to when I go to the website, they actually have a heroic Oath Enchanting Event going on. Only briefly, not very long, but I've never seen a heroic Oath Enchanting Event before. Stormcry, yes. It used to be Frost Metal was normal, and then once Frost Metal became the minimum gear, then it started becoming Stormcry Enchanting all the time. And I actually, and maybe I've missed it in the past, but as far as I know, this is the first time we've ever had an heroic Oath Enchanting Event. Now, this happens to be the Valkyrie that I created on the alternate gamer tag I had made a few weeks ago, where you all saw me put the main brawler through level 1 to 65 in like 14 hours as a live broadcast. And the recording's out there, but it cut off before 12 hours. So if you watch it now, you get to see me go from level 1 to 61 in under 12 hours. But I just went to the trade broker for her, and I'm not actually going to do any enchanting at the moment, but Heroic Oath, and I literally just bought a box for this and put it on, so it has 0 item XP, but for the work gloves, the enchantment success chance is 24%. Off the top of my head, I can't recall exactly what the percentage chance is for Heroic Oath to go to +1, but I believe it's significantly less than 24%. So it might have been around 12 or something, I'm not sure. But if some of you are, do a lot of Heroic Oath enchanting, you may know. But just so you're aware, there is a Heroic Oath enchanting event going on, and I believe Stormcry as well. We'll get to that. But I just wanted to show you that it's 24%, so if you know more about it than me, then you'll know if that's a better chance than usual with 0 XP and going to +1. Now, in case you don't know, if you ever want to go to the website from your console, one of the easiest ways is to go to Event and Update Details. All right. And I'll get to the build update. I usually only go to the website on my computer. I don't usually do it from the browser, so bear with me while I fumble through it. Why? Okay. I actually had it open. I thought it would stay open, but apparently not. So let me do this, because I have trouble navigating on this. All right, so the official website to go to is tera-console.com. You've heard me mention that numerous times. And I'm going to start actually with the events going on right now, because we have several. And I didn't see these events. Now, the patch notes have been out for a few days, but the events I didn't see posted as of yesterday. When I got up this morning, they were posted. So apparently they just put these posts up last night. Quick public service announcement. If you've never done it before, they still have the gift codes for STIGMA and STIGMA2. That's what you will type in if you get some free STIGMA chests. It's only good once per account. So even if you have 22 characters on that gamer tag, you can only get it once. But if you go to the Tera store in your character, scroll all the way to the bottom on that left menu, there's a box to redeem a code. Go in there and type in the word STIGMA, and it'll give you some free STIGMA chests. And then you can also type in the word STIGMA2, which is no spaces, the word STIGMA with the number 2, and you'll get some free STIGMA chests if you haven't done it already. It's been going on for quite a while, so you probably already have it, but just in case you don't know or haven't done it yet. All right, let me start with the Autumn Festival really quickly. I put a video out there a few days ago for the Rootstock Festival that we have going on. Level 28 or higher. Whoa. Some of the gifts from the dailies, but I covered all this in the. Let me bring it up a little. Man, I don't know. There we go. All right, those are some of the quests and rewards. We went over all that in the video. But the one thing they did announce, oh, and that's Faire rewards right there. We also went over these in the video. Where is it? There it is. But at least now we know the end date is 12 October for the festivals. I didn't know the end date when I originally did the video. I added it to the description just now so that people will know if they watch my video. But the event for Rootstock and Faire will be going on until 12 October. All right, now September events. We got so much going on. I'm like, wow. How to do this. All right. Some of these will go on until 12 October, but of course you can see not everything is. But we do have another accumulated login event that's going on. I mentioned that in my Rootstock video. So be sure you're logging in every day and going to your accumulated login events on your character. And that is once per gamer tag. So, you know, whatever character you're collecting it from, that's the only one that's going to get it that day. We have a hot tub event going on this weekend where they're giving tall body, big head, big breast, Stigma chest wear only, Stormcry footwear, etc. But I will tell you that you also get a Stormcry foot armor. Hand armor, gauntlets or whatever you call them. And it comes in a box, so regardless of what character you have, you know, you can, and they are bankable. I've been dropping them in my bank for use later when I figure out who I want to give them to. So actually, if you are logged in this weekend, and it started yesterday, I actually was seeing it because I've been grinding all day long yesterday, my new gamer tag, which I created 13 characters, one of each class on. I'm trying to get all of them through the Rootstock Festival feats because I just created them a few weeks ago, so this is the only time of year I can do it. And I noticed I was getting those hot time event items, and like I said, Stormcry, you do get the foot armor and you do get the hand armor. And in the video I had mentioned in the accumulated login event that on certain days you get a Stormcry weapon box and you get a Stormcry armor box. So if you've been logging in this weekend, or if you come in and log in today for a few hours, and you get the Stormcry footwear and Stormcry handwear, and then you keep doing your accumulated login event until you get the Stormcry weapon and the Stormcry body armor, you can get yourself a free complete set of Stormcry. You know, nothing wrong with that. Free is good. I like free. And you'll notice we have a level up event going on from September 8th through October 12th. They don't give the details, but typically the way that works is usually it starts around level 15 or something, but then like when you hit like level 20, level 30, level 40, level 60, level 65, those sort of things, you get a special level up event box, you open it, and depending on the level, you may get some combat food buffs, you may get some temporary cosmetic items, you get extra stuff. So, you know, that's a fun thing, especially if you want to start some new characters out, you know. Create a new character, start it up, and just level it up and get all those free little benefits there. Now, number 4 there, Stormcry Gear Enchanting Jackpot. That was September 10th through 12th. Today is September 11th, so it's still going through tomorrow. But then it's going to happen again September 24th through September 26th. So be sure 2 weekends from now that you're prepared for that, because there will be another Stormcry Enchanting Event. And of course, if you've gotten all your free Stormcry gear, hey, there you go. Either start enchanting today or tomorrow, or wait 2 weeks and do it then. And you can see it also says as well as item XP ×2 for all gear. So if you're out there doing Vanguard requests, Island of Dawn monsters, Sealywood monsters, whatever, the item XP it gives you is going to be double. So you can get your stuff enchanted much more quickly because your item XP is going to go up much more quickly. And now, number 5, Heroic Oath Gear Enchanting Jackpot Event, which is only from September 8th through September 4th. I had no idea this was going on. It's already the 11th. They just posted the announcement last night sometime, so it's already like halfway through. But it's still going on through September 14th, and that's one of the big reasons I wanted to go ahead and put this out there. I know a lot of people keep clamoring for a Heroic Oath Gear Enchanting Event. Now we finally have one. I don't believe I've ever seen one before. Now, you will notice there's a note. it says 0 to 3 Heroic Oath gear enchanting ×2. So apparently it's going to double your chances of enchanting your Heroic Oath gear, but only up to level 3, if I understand that correctly. But still, the amount of time and effort and wasted materials and everything that everyone typically has just trying to get their Heroic Oath from 0 to 3, that's going to save you a lot of enchanting materials and stuff, at least to get it to 3. If you have some low-level Heroic Oath gear that's not at least to level 3 yet. So that's pretty exciting news. Like I said, I think that's new. I don't believe I've ever seen Heroic Oath Enchanting Event before. And number 6, we have an item XP ×2 event, which that was already up in the other note. September 10th through the 12th, and then again September 24th through the 26th. And again, the Rootstock Festival and Pond Fair going on from September 10th through the 12th of October. And I had mentioned in my Rootstock Festival video that we also have the fishing tournament going on, which at the time I didn't know the end date because they hadn't posted this yet, but that will go until the 6th of October. So I've been grinding that as well, because on my main gamer tag, I think my Xur Metal Rod is level 8, which is the max you can go, but my Ash Sapling Rod is only level 7. And it barely got to level 7 the last time we had a fishing tournament. So I've been grinding on my main gamer tag for fishing as well as Rootstock Festival. I've been so busy lately. So I'm gonna get some more of those boxes that contain 7,000 fishing tokens, so I can work on getting my Ash Sapling Rod on my main gamer tag up a little bit more. So the Tera fishing tournament through 6 October. Now we know the date. Alright, now let's see if I can get back to here. Alright, this was actually posted a few days ago. Build 99.01. I don't normally do patch notes, but there's some significant things in here, and one in particular that we'll get to, which I was like, what? Alright, now if you are one of those people who does multiplayer dungeons, being a solo player, obviously I don't do them, but there's a dungeon called Rift's Edge will be opened again. So I guess it used to be out there and they took it away and now it's coming back. You got to have item level 443 or above. But I thought this was interesting. I don't do multiplayer dungeons. I don't know if this is normal or not, but it says your character attack speed gets an 80% increase. Your skill cooldown time is an 80% decrease. Your movement speed is a 3 times increase. I don't know if that's typical for a multiplayer dungeon, but that sounds like a lot to me, and I can only imagine what it looks like getting inside one of those dungeons with everybody running around like the old Speedy Gonzales cartoons or something. That's what I keep seeing in my head. But if you're a multiplayer dungeon person, there you go. There's your buffs or boosts or whatever, Rift's Edge dungeon. And you got to be at least eye level 443 or above to get in there. But it also says they have a Sparkling Shell event dungeon token rewarded as Vanguard rewards after the dungeon has been cleared. Now, since it's a Vanguard reward, I assume you're going to get it every time, as opposed to like the drops that normally happen inside the dungeon itself, where you may or may not get something. And these are the rewards for that. Basically, you get a weapon skin for every 10 tokens that you collect from that particular dungeon. And that list looks like a long list of stuff, but from what I can see, it's just an individual type of weapon skin depending on your class. Okay, so you get a free weapon skin if you get 10 tokens from the Rift's Edge dungeon. Now, I did find this interesting, especially since I create so many different characters. My main gamer tag, I have 22 characters. This new gamer tag I'm on right now, which I created a few weeks ago, I have 13 on there, one of each class. I have 3 other alternate gamer tags. Each of them probably has at least 12 or more. You know, so this I found interesting. Main quest route improvement. Parts that cause inconvenience for the main quest will be removed or modified. Of course, that's the main story quest, the red line quests that you do when you're leveling up a character from 1 through 65. And these are the affected quests: Insanity Epidemic, Phantom Menace, Apparition of the Boss Loke, Elementhea, Kaidoon. And then the main changes, they're changing the quantity of monster kills, the quantity of interaction to quest objects that are required, the changes to duration of escort missions, changes the speed of escort mission NPCs, so your NPCs are going to move a little quicker. Teleport scrolls for easier accessibility during the quests. Item usage guide added through the quest journal. Adjusted location of dungeon teleport master NPC, and added a task to visit the dungeon teleport master NPC. All right, so, and the developer put a comment, we're removing or modifying parts that are causing inconvenience during the main quest while you're leveling up. Parts where quest guides were not clear enough, as well as parts where character had to move around a lot. We will continue to work on improving the leveling experience, so please look forward to the following updates. So apparently they did what they did in the Stepstone Isle quite a while back. Used to be a lot more things that you did when you were doing that trainer part at the very beginning, but then they actually cut a lot of it out, made it a lot quicker. Apparently they're doing that on those particular parts of the quests up there that we were talking about, Insanity Epidemic, etc. and so forth at the top. So they're making it a little quicker and easier to level up if you are going through the main quest line. Bug fixes. They changed the main quest where you had to complete quests in party dungeons to be completed in single dungeons. And they fixed the problem where you could not complete the quest in a single dungeon. Now, if you'll recall, a couple of months ago when I created that brand new Brawler on this brand new gamer tag, as I did the thing where I leveled up from 1 to 65 in 14 hours. And in that video, when I got to the Bastion of Loke, I not only explained, I showed you how if you go into that dungeon and you had two options, go into regular mode, which is typically a 5-person dungeon, or go in where it actually said solo mode. If you went in solo mode to any of the level dungeons, you could not continue on your quest. Even the guide didn't have the quest available when you went into dungeons. So then I showed you had to go into the 5-person dungeon and do it that way. Then you could complete your quest. Now, granted, I've always done the level dungeons solo, even back that first few years when they were all just 5-person dungeons anyway. They're all pretty easy to solo. They're not that hard. So I've always soloed them either way. But you had the option of either solo or 5-person dungeon, but if you did it in the solo option, it did not advance the quest line. But apparently they fixed that, so now you can actually go into solo mode into the level up dungeons and continue on your quests, which is cool. That's really good. But again, I showed you in the video all of my level dungeons. I went ahead and did them solo with no one else helping me, but I went into the normal mode, the 5-person mode, when I did them, and still, you know, completed them really easily without much trouble. So that is, to me, a huge boost. I think it's awesome that you can now go into the solo dungeon version and complete your quests. And another thing I figured out before, in the video I was wondering why I was not getting the Xbox achievements. Because I was going in and doing all these dungeons solo, but in the 5-player mode. And I was complaining, of course, because it's like, okay, I can have 4 other people carry me through this dungeon and get the Xbox achievement. But if I do it on the same dungeon on my own, well, it's not worth anything, you know. But then I figured out later, after I was done, I went back once I was level 65. And if you could go into them solo mode, then you would get the Xbox achievement. So I just ran her through and blasted them all out real quick later after the video. But apparently now you'll be able to go into solo mode, get the Xbox achievement, and continue on with your quest line. So that, I think that's a huge improvement right there. I love that. All right, now the next thing is change the waiting time after deleting a character. This is huge. During the Battle Pass mission, there was a phenomenon in which characters were created and deleted to obtain rewards related to STIGMA. In order to temporarily resolve the situation, we changed the waiting time up to 30 days after deleting the character. Only in the current Battle Pass season, we are very sorry for the inconvenience. Now, the current Battle Pass season, I believe, is scheduled to go through 15 December, if I recall correctly. You can always look that up. But apparently, when they first came out with Battle Pass, that very first season, there were people abusing the character deletion thing. It used to be if you had characters that were under, I believe the level cutoff was 40, I can't remember for sure, but like, just say it was under level 40. If you wanted to delete that character, it was deleted instantly, just gone. And what people were doing was abusing the Battle Pass thing where they would just create a character, collect a bunch of Battle Pass stuff, delete the character, create a new one instantly, collect a bunch more Battle Pass stuff, delete, create, you know, and when they made the announcement about those people who were using that glitch, I forget how many tens of thousands of items some of these people had gathered up but they actually gave some of the numbers, and I mean, it was ridiculous. So that was why, after that happened, we ended up losing the instant deletion possibility, and all characters, regardless of level, now have that 24-hour wait time. Well, apparently, with the 24-hour wait time, people have figured out a glitch where they just create a new character, apparently get a bunch of the Stigma stuff somehow or whatever from Battle Pass, go ahead and delete that character, then 24 hours later do it again. Now, of course, if you have 22 character slots and you have one main that you actually play, that still gives you 21 characters that you can, on a daily basis, delete, create, gather up the stuff, delete, 24 hours later, gather it up again on 21 characters, 21 hours or 24 hours later, gather it again for 21 characters. That adds up pretty quickly. So because people were abusing that, now the rest of us all have to suffer again, just like other people made us suffer before when we used to have instant deletion. Now we don't. Now you have to wait 30 days when you delete a character. But it does say it's temporary. They do say it's only during this Battle Pass season. So I assume they're going to do something to fix it between this Battle Pass season and the next Battle Pass season, once after this one has ended. My guess would be they're going to rotate what some of the rewards are, how you get them, at what levels. I don't know for sure how they're going to fix it, but just be aware right now, at least until the end of this Battle Pass season, if you delete one of your characters, you're going to be waiting 30 days before it actually deletes. Yeah, because again, you always have those few people who have to ruin the game for everyone else and go and abuse certain systems and whatever, so all the rest of us have to suffer for it. Now at the bottom it says developer comments. This is another big announcement. Finally, the next update will feature new top-level equipment. So please pay attention to the next update, and we will continue to update areas such as class balance and dungeon relocation that are constantly mentioned. So apparently the next time they come out with a patch, they're going to have new top-level equipment. I guess something's going to be higher than Frax now. So there's something for you guys to wait for when the next patch comes out, next update, whatever. I don't know much about, details or whatever, but I guess we'll find out when it comes out. And you'll notice they did say they'll update areas such as class balance and dungeon relocation that are constantly mentioned. And I actually saw some people online somewhere talking about they were disappointed that they didn't relocate some of the dungeons. I don't know what difference the location of a dungeon makes, but I don't do the multiplayer dungeons. But they do say they're working on class balance and dungeon relocations because a lot of people are asking for it, apparently. Not being, being a solo player, I don't really quite know what that's talking about. But for those of you who do multiplayer dungeons, you read that statement, you probably know what I'm talking about, or what they're talking about, because I don't know what I'm talking about. They know what they're talking about. You probably know what they're talking about. All right, so I just wanted to be sure I point that out because, like I said, these are some pretty big announcements for me. The way the leveling dungeons can now be done solo, and you get credit for the quests. You can advance your quests. That is huge. That's something they really needed to fix. Apparently, some of those particular main quest lines that were discussed up above, they've made them quicker and easier. So that's a nice little bonus there. And oh, how did I miss that? Because that was a big thing. They fixed the passive bug for Handwear Etching Energetic 5. I do remember the announcement previously. There was something wrong with the Handwear Etching Energetic 5 wasn't working or something. They have fixed it. So just be aware that's been fixed. Did I actually mention fix the text for the quest journal for Quest Kaidoon, Where's Kaidoon, to fit the actual quest? That's a little thing there. Yeah, because to me the big thing was the single player dungeons and the leveling up dungeons. And making some of the main quest lines shorter and easier. But, and I definitely wanted to be sure everyone is aware, if you decide to delete one of your characters because people have been abusing the system and they like to ruin it for everyone else, Now you're going to be waiting 30 days for that character to actually delete. But again, they say it's temporary, and it's only going to last for this current Battle Pass season. And they did apologize for that inconvenience. And again, be on the lookout for that new top-level equipment that's going to be coming during the next update. And they're going to update some class balance and dungeon relocations for those of you who do the multiplayer dungeons. Alright, so again, the official website up at the top there is Tera-console.com. That's where I get most of my information. I watch that on a pretty frequent basis. So, you know, be sure you're checking that out every once in a while. Alright, so I just wanted to be sure everyone's aware of all those big announcements there that are going on. Be sure those dates for the special events that are going on, you hurry up and get those when you can. You know, continue with the fishing tournament, continue with the Rootstock Festival, continue with Pond Fair, take advantage of the Stormcry Enchanting Event that's going on now and again in 2 weeks. Take advantage of the Heroic Oath Enchanting Event that's going on right now, only for like a few more days, till the 14th, I believe the end was. Because, like I said, I've never seen Heroic Oath before. Be aware if you're going to delete a character, you're going to be waiting 30 days before it actually deletes. If you're getting ready to run create a new character and run it through, then be aware that when you get to certain quests, they've made them quicker and easier and made those streamlined. That Rift's Edge dungeon is back if you're a multiplayer dungeon person, and you get tokens from the actual Vanguard request for it, and you collect 10 tokens, you get a special weapon skin. My God, what else? The leveling up event is going on for a while, so if you're creating a new character, you're going to get special bonuses. Typically every 10 levels, I believe it starts at like level 15 though, if I recall correctly. They didn't actually give a list this time, but it's usually about the same kind of stuff. Food buffs and temporary cosmetic items and some things like that. I think that's pretty much it. The major things that I wanted to cover. Oh, and we do have some new top-level gear coming. The next update is going to be out. So again, I don't normally do patch and you know, update kind of videos, but there's so much going on right now and so many different things to do and so many things I want to be sure people are aware of because they're time sensitive, especially when you're talking about the enchanting events and stuff like that. So there you go. Until next time, enjoy Tera and happy gaming.